through the grieving experience. I walk you through the tools that you need to move beyond the pain. Hear me out, friends. There are a lot of us in life who are currently grieving, who have come upon a grieving experience, and we are absolutely don't know what the hell just hit us. We don't know what just happened, but we're doing our best to try to figure this out. So tonight is question and answer. Sorry that I'm late, guys. I'm not sure if all of you know this, but my mother's husband passed away recently, and I had to have a conversation with their family tonight, and it took a little bit longer. But they're amazing people, and so honored to be able to be doing this with them. Grief leaves you drowning in questions that no one seems to be able to answer. Why am I so angry? Why am I so angry at everyone and still mad at my mom? Why am I mad at everybody that still has their mom? How come when I see a daughter and mother in the mall, I get upset? Why does it feel like yesterday when it's been 2 years since my friend has left? Why am I betraying them if I laugh? Why do I feel like I'm betraying them if I'm laughing, if I'm dating again and I keep living? Why does it feel like I'm betraying them? Am I able to laugh again? Is that okay? Tonight, I'm going to answer some of these questions for you. So for the last probably 6 weeks, I've been doing Grieve That Shit lecture halls, and I had a ton of people submit questions to me, and I've been answering them live. I didn't get to all of them. And so I gathered up a bunch of those. Well, I didn't. Jovi did. Jovi gathered up a bunch of those, and those are the questions I'm going to be going through tonight. If you would like to ask a question, simply put it in the chat, and I will do my best to catch that question and answer it for you. Questions can be anything about grief. Do your best not to share your person's name if you can, not to share their name, their first and last name, their address, that sort of thing. You can just say, my daughter, my son, that sort of thing. That will work out best. And I will answer those questions for you. So let's get started, my friends. Let's get started. Here, let's go to the first question. All right. And as I'm answering the questions, please feel free to include any that you may have. So I'm also going to do my best to break down the answer to the questions on the board. I haven't done a question and answer in a very long time. Thank you, my friend Suzanne, my very good friend Suzanne. Thank you, Becky. So glad that you guys are here. Okay. My 17-year-old son. Okay, first of all, these are the wrong glasses. That's why I can't see the board. Hold on. Hold on. This thing, I think they tricked me with this eyeglass thing. All right, here we go. My 17-year-old son was killed in a car accident. 1 minute I was telling him goodbye, and the next minute the police were at my door. Excuse me, I can't wrap my mind around how life can change in a blink. I cannot wrap my mind around how life can change in a blink. How do I keep breathing when every day feels like it's crushing me? Hey, Aida. All right, friends, you don't breathe for the whole day. You don't breathe for the whole day. The only way to do it, the only way to get through it is to break it down. You've got to break it down. It's called grief time. You got to break down your grief time. Don't worry about breathing for the whole day. Worry about breathing for the next minute. Worry about breathing for the next 15 minutes. And if the next 15 minutes is too much, break it down into 1 minute. 1 minute increments, right? All you have to worry about is from here to here. This is all you have to worry about. Now, and this is the truth for everybody. Sometimes you just can't believe it. 1 day is too much. 24 hours is too much. I can't do 24 hours. It's just too much. I'm not going to survive for 24 hours. So break it into 12-hour increments. Do 12 hours. Because half of those 12 hours, you should be asleep. So all you've got to survive is 12 hours. Keep breaking it down until you get to the increments that you can survive in. 12 hours. And I want to tell you where I got this clock from. I invited her tonight, but she already had something planned. I got this clock from Erica. She said she was trying to do an hour at a time, and an hour was too much. So she tried to do a half an hour, and a half an hour is too much because she just kept looking at the clock, and it seemed like the clock wasn't moving because it felt like every minute was a year. Every year was 10 years, was a decade, and it just kept adding on. So she finally broke it down into 15-minute increments, and she knew all she had to do was this minute, then this minute, then this minute, then this minute. Then she did this minute, this minute, this minute, this minute. She just broke it down. I only have to survive the next 5 minutes. Hear me out when I say what I just said. I only have to survive the next 5 minutes. I only have to do 5 minutes at a time. You can breathe for 1 minute, and then you can breathe for the next minute. Stop expecting yourself to run a marathon. When you're trying to stand upright, grief is cruel. It is cruel, and it keeps reminding you that you're failing. You've got to survive minute by minute. That's it. Small little increments. Break it down. 24 hours is too much. Break it down to 12 hours. 12 hours is too much. Break it down to 6 hours. I've only got to get past the next 6 hours. I just got to do from 9 to 5. That's all I got to do. And once you get there, you know you can do the next little bit of things, the next 15 minutes, the next 30 minutes. That's it. That's all you're required to do. So Maria wants to know, how do I breathe when every day feels like it's crushing me? Okay, if anybody has a question, add it in, and I'm going to do my best to this is question and answer, and I don't know why, but Instagram is not showing up, so I'm doing my best. Okay, James from Philadelphia. I was married to my wife for 40 years. She was my whole world. We did everything together. She died last winter from cancer, and I can't get out of bed some days without talking to her out loud. I'm sorry, without talking to her out loud. How do I wake up in a bed that feels so damn empty? How do I wake up in a bed that feels so damn empty? I want to say this before I answer the question to James and to everyone here. I have no idea what it's like to go back to that empty bed. I have no idea, but my heart to yours, when I think about you having to go back and to get into that empty marriage bed, it's just got to be the most painful thing ever. I can't even imagine what it's like for you. Thank you, my love, Suzanne. How do I wake up in a bed that feels so damn empty? You force your bed to be full, my friend. Force your bed to be full. What does that mean? Don't let it feel wrong. Make it something different. So number one, go to the other side of the bed. If you always slept by the door, if you always sleep over here, move over here. Sleep on her side now. Sleep on her side. Use her pillow, right? Get her favorite blanket to cover you with. Use her favorite blanket. Move to the other side. It just moving. Turn the bed the other way, right? Turn the bed the other way. That's a pillow, you guys. Turn the bed the other way. Now sleep on her side. Make it something different. You already labeled the bed so damn empty. Make the bed not so damn empty. Put a picture of her by the bed. Name her in your prayers. Pray when you go to sleep and name her. I promise you, it will never be the same again. It won't. But over time, the emptiness won't feel like it's suffocating you. Sorry. Here's the other thing, James, and I really want to tell you about this. There are so many grievers, especially men, that feel like they've got to fill this side of the bed. They've got to fill it with something because the bed is so empty that they have to fill it with something. They will not survive. And I have no thoughts on when you do that. I would never think to tell you that. I just want to tell you this. Please do your grief work. If you're a man or a woman and you have an empty bed, please do your grief work before you try to fill the bed. Do your best to do everything you can before you try to fill that bed. Oh, look at the teddy bear. There we go. Teddy bear. Thank you, Aida. Okay. The next question is from Anonymous in Chicago. I lost my best friend in a freak accident. People keep acting like I should be over it because it wasn't family. Oh my gosh. But she was closer to me than my own blood. Why don't people take my grief seriously since it wasn't family? Huge. Flaw girl, I hope you're here because this probably makes sense to you. Absolutely. Because society wants to put grief in a nice, neat, little clean box. They want to put it into a gift box. We want to put grief into this nice, clean, little box with a bow on it. We want to put a bow on it. We want to wrap it up. And we want to label it grief. And we want to make it pretty. And you, my friend, you don't fit in any of these. You don't fit in there. You're on the outside of this, and they just don't like it. Why don't people take my grief seriously since it wasn't family? And here's the deal. You're the one that has to take it serious. You're the one that has to take it serious. When I hear this question, Flogger, it reminds me of you. I'm so glad you're here. Society doesn't know how to measure love outside of bloodlines. It doesn't know how to measure it. And because it doesn't know how to measure friendship, and it's outside of this box here, which they have put a nice little neat bow on, and they call it the gift of grief, they don't know what to do with it. And so they want to make it messy, and they want to make it ugly. And here's the truth. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with them. It does not have a damn thing to do with them. It's not about them. Do not let somebody else come in and decide how your grief is going to go. Don't do it. Don't let them decide how you're going to grieve. Do not let them decide how this is going to fit, how you are going to grieve. It's your grief, and you get to do what you choose to do with it. Listen, I share this all the time for you guys, but honestly, the best friend that I ever lost, besides Sharon, I did lose Sharon. Sharon is my best friend. It was Princess Diana. She was my other best friend. I just knew I was going to meet her. I just knew that she and I were going to be friends. We were going to have tea together. Listen, it is vague. It's really out there. But I honestly believed that she and I were going to meet each other and we were going to be fast friends. And when she died, I was devastated. My heart was devastated. But you know what? You don't get to come and tell me how my heart should feel about my friend, Diana. You don't get to tell me. You don't get to tell me it's stupid. You don't get to push me along and tell me that it was dumb. I distinctly remember where I was. I was in Philadelphia. I was laying in the bed. It was 3:00 in the morning, and I heard the announcement come on the news. And I was sleeping like this. And I sat up, and my heart was broken. My heart was absolutely broken. It was broken for her and for our friendship and for the friendship we never got to have. My heart was broken. So you don't get to come in and tell me. Also, my best friend Sharon died. She was my best friend in the entire world. She was my soul sister. We were tied together. We had a soul tie together. You don't get to come and tell me whether it went in this box or not. You don't get to tell me a damn thing about my grief. Because society doesn't know how to measure it. You don't need anyone else to come in and sign off on your grief. Okay, Sharon, it's okay. Check. You can have that one. We'll allow you to have it. We see the connection now. They don't get to tell you that. TikTok Callie says, I lost my mom 2 months ago. She was in England and me in California. My heart to yours, TikTok Callie. Do me a favor and give us her first name so we can honor her here. Just her first name. Everybody, when TikTok Callie says her mom's name, let's tap, tap, tap the screen and show her some love tonight. How we know how to show love. Let's show her some love tonight. Okay, next question. That was anonymous. Tasha is from Atlanta, Georgia. Tasha's from Atlanta, Georgia. Hold on. Oh man. My computer, it did it today. It's trying to do it again.